Dennis Cup, we leaving big tips. I taught some of y'all how to eat, but I won't trip. Taught some of y'all how to dress, but some of y'all still...
We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at Lumen Field here in the Soto District of Seattle. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Cairo Santos now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Seattle. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting to get into the game in a hurry. The officials did as well.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So much for coming out throwing as it leads to an early second down and long.
Brings up 2nd and 20 at the 30-yard line.
Yeah, Darnold's going to change the play. He'll look to throw. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on fourth down. Now they snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. First carry now for Kyle Monungai. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because you know the big guys up front. That's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Buying time to his left. Ernest Jones, the linebacker, with a sack.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. but he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. He's got it. Touchdown. Rome Odunze. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Bears will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. It's Rashid Shaheed bringing it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. They'll roll him out right.
As it complete to Jackson Smith-Njigba.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. 2nd quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. And they'll run on 3rd down with Charbonnet. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Smith-Njigba hauling it in on the out route. So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
And the Seahawks first down.
Off of play action, Darnold. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Gervon Dexter. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Darnold.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
That's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and 11.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
The average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Here's Darnold. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing, and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
From the gun, here's Williams. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. To throw, it's Williams. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
3rd and 12. Off the bootleg, it's Williams.
On the move to his left.
And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now.
Back deep, Rashid Shaheed.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least
trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted.
picked off by Kobe Bryant.
And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Well, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
The kick is good.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
To Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 36-yard line.
2nd and 2.
And that one complete downfield to Cup.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
Cooper Cup,
64 yards.
And the Seahawks get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Bears 14, Seahawks 7. Jason Myers to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. Gets by him at the 25.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. There's a short one caught by Loveland.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Second down and a yard. To the air, Williams. They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 22 yards there, a first down.
And this pass rush has really been bringing the heat and has already gotten home a few times here in the first half. So how about the play call there? Sometimes if you can't protect, you've got to fool them. Screen passes like that can take a little steam out of what's been a relentless rush so far.
First carry for DeAndre Swift.
This one is stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
2 yards to go, second down. Now a throw here out wide. He might be looking to throw this again. Oh, he's got a man open. It's caught. And this works to perfection. The double pass leads to a touchdown.
Now the point after try for Santos. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Bears 21, Seahawks 7. Cairo Santos to kick off for Chicago.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to take another shot here. And that's caught inside the 35. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Set to resume. Here we go in the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Looking to throw is Williams. A pass complete to Adunze.
And running with power here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
To throw, Williams. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
And that could have been the lifeline they needed. This is a play that could have been made. Instead, it's just going to fall incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A play fake, and it's Darnold. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Caught that look from me there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Out of the gun to give to Charbonnet. And the defense on him quickly there as they stop him at the 40 for a gain of just 2.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
And partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Darnold a sneak. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Back to throw, Darnold.
Gets this complete to Shaheed.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. Tyreek Stevenson picks it off. And the Bears are going to